Hi everyone, Katie here with FRM. Today we're going to talk about a really amazing feature of FRM, and that's creating personal views. But here's the big question. What even are personal views? And before we dive into the demo, let's answer that question. Personal views provide a customized and tailored view of FRM data, allowing you to focus on the specific information that is relevant to your tasks and responsibilities. This not only saves time, but also enhances efficiency and productivity. Additionally, personal views enable better organization and tracking of data, ensuring you have the most up-to-date information at your fingertips. Now here's a pro tip. Personal views are only going to be visible to you, but can be shared with others in the organization. And of course, we'll show you how to do that at the end. So stick around and let's dig into the demo. In today's example, I'm going to be creating a personal view for location data. In the screen we're looking at now, we can see all active locations. This includes all brands, all statuses, and all territories. Now let's narrow that down a little bit so we can dive deeper into the data. The first step is to start an advanced find by clicking the filter icon in the top right of your browser. This is going to open up a new window where we're going to be building our personal view. Now you're going to see a lot of different stuff on this page, but we're going to keep it simple by starting at the very, very basics. And we're going to click that right drop-down menu and select New. That is how we are going to start building a brand new personal view. Like I mentioned earlier, my objective is to narrow down all active location data to find only those locations that are relevant to my tasks. Today, I'd like to only view locations that are in Alaska. So to start, I'm going to select Look for Locations, followed by clicking that left drop-down item and selecting the state field. Now let's pause and zoom in for a closer look. As you can see, I've selected state and I want to look only at Alaska. So I've selected state equals AK. Now, here's something very important to know about personal views and advanced finds as a whole. If there is a freeform text field such as the one shown here, the words you enter must match the data format of your records. In other words, the states in our database are abbreviations. So if I were to type out Alaska, it would not yield results. If I want to find locations in Alaska, I must type AK. The advanced find feature will only find information that matches existing data in the system. If you are ever in doubt, pause at this step and go look at a record in the system to see what you should put in these text fields. Let's continue. Now that I'm looking at locations in Alaska, I'd like to narrow it down further to view only open and pending locations. To do this, I'm selecting another filter for status reasons and adding over Open, clicking that button to move it over, Pending, clicking that over, and clicking OK to save that filter. I'm going to pause here for another tip. At any time in this process, you can click the results at the top to check the accuracy of your inputs and make sure you're putting in the correct information. In my example, I'm seeing two brands, AR Fresh and Anderson Roth, and I only want to be seeing the Anderson Roth locations. So I am going in and adding another filter for brand equals Anderson Roth. Now, pausing here, you see there is a select button at the bottom. You have to press that in order for the information to populate. I'm clicking results again, and now you can see my information has been filtered out accordingly. If you're following these steps on your own system, let's pause here and say congrats to you. You have successfully completed the first step of creating a personal view. In my example, I am seeing all of the locations I want to see. I have double checked the accuracy by referencing the location records, and now I'm ready to make this grid even more efficient. Now, if we look at the chart here, we can see the location number, the city, and the phone number, along with some other basic information about each location. But let's say it's my job to track when each location in Alaska has signed its most recent renewal agreement. That information isn't here yet. So up next, I'm going to show you how to add and edit columns before saving your final personal view. In order to add any additional information to your results, click back over to the Advanced Find tab. You can see me doing it here on the top left. From here, you'll simply select Edit Columns. A window will open that will allow you to delete existing columns. So here, I don't need to see the company. So I'm going to click Remove, click OK, and that column has gone away. And in my example, I'm going to add a new column. I'm clicking Add New Column, and I am going to add in the agreement renewal date and the agreement signed date. When in doubt for which columns to add, it is best to go back and check the record directly to see what information you are needing to add to your columns. After you click OK and save it, click the results again, and as you can see, 2 new columns have been added to my chart. Once I am happy with how this looks, I am ready to save it. When you're ready to save, click Save As. It's going to open a new window where you're going to name this personal view something that's going to be memorable and easy for you to reference later. In my example, I'm just naming mine Alaska Locations. I'm using the description to provide additional information as needed. So in this instance, I'm saying these Alaska locations have the agreement date attached to them. And once you're all done, click Save, and I'll show you where to find this new view you just created. In order to find my view, I'm going into FIM, selecting locations, clicking that drop down, and going into my Alaska views, and there is the beautiful personal view that we have just created together. You can then click into records, edit, add information, etc.